In early March, the Seattle Seahawks would trade Russell Wilson and this year's 4th round pick to the Denver Broncos in exchange for Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, and Noah Fant, along with 2 1st round picks, 2 2nd round picks, and a 5th round pick. This trade officially placed the Broncos in a contender role, while it sent the Seahawks into a rebuild. The Broncos have been looking for their next franchise quarterback for several years. Now, they finally have one. In today's video, I'm going to be simulating Russell Wilson's first year with the Denver Broncos. We're going to see if he can lead them to the playoffs, possibly win a Super Bowl, and take a look at his stats. We'll find out these answers after the simulation. But first, let's meet the team. And here we are with the Denver Broncos. As you can see, Russell Wilson is going to be at the head of the ship. And then we go over to running back. We got Javonte Williams. No more Melvin Gordon, but we can see what he can do with a full season's work. Now we go over to the receiver positions. We got Cortland Sutton, Jerry Judy, Tim Patrick, and KJ Hamler. These are some great receivers, and they're pretty young as well. I'm really excited to see what Russell Wilson can do with them. And then we go over to tight end. We got Albert. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. And the offensive line is pretty solid. I'm not going to say it's not the best thing ever, but it's not the worst thing. But now it is time to set our season goal, and I honestly think that this team can make the playoffs. It'll be a huge disappointment if they don't. So I think the only thing that we have to do now is to just simulate. So here we are at the end of the season, and we are in the wild card round. Now they did finish 3rd in the division, and they're taking on the 1st place Los Angeles Chargers. So this should be a very good matchup, and we'll have to see what happens. And the Denver Broncos would go on to win that matchup 22-17. And now they're taking on the 13-4 Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. So can Russ cook? Let us find out. And they do it again. They take another dub. 40-34 over the Bengals. Now the Broncos are just 1 win away from the Super Bowl. And if they make it, this will be the first ever Super Bowl appearance from any team that we've done so far. But they have to get through the 11-6 Kansas City Chiefs. And as you can see, sadly the Broncos did not make it. In fact, they got blown out 38-7 in the AFC Championship. But like the Deshaun Watson video, this is really good. Losing in the AFC Championship round isn't the end of the world. I know it may suck, but I mean the Broncos weren't even in the playoffs last year. So if you ask any Broncos fan, I'm sure they would take this outcome than what they had last year. But now we must go over and look at Russell Wilson's stats. And Russell Wilson would finish with 4,495 yards, 32 touchdowns to 15 interceptions, on a 68 completion percentage. So this is a really good season from Russell Wilson. I would have liked it if his interception numbers were a little down, but he does have a high completion percentage, and he did pass for a lot of yards. And if we look at Javonte Williams, he ended up finishing with 1,394 yards and 14 rushing touchdowns. So this is a really good year from Javonte. Now lastly, I do want to look at both of these receivers, Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton. They both had kind of similar seasons. Jerry Judy finished with 73 receptions for 988 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. Now on the other hand, Cortland Sutton finished with 78 receptions, 952 yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns. But I can really sum this up as Russell Wilson was just spreading the ball around, and that's what I expect him to do in real life. So that is going to be the end of this video. But if we have to take some things away, the Denver Broncos have a bright future. But what do you guys think about the Russell Wilson trade? And what do you think about the simulation? Leave your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. And anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, then consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it. And that is all I have for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.